Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with the Civics chapter number 1, that is on equality. Last year we studied of democracy, right? This year we are going to study the equality. As you know, equality is a key element of democracy. As the government, we used to give the vote. Only government think about the vote, but all are getting the equal rights or not, we are going to study in this chapter. Right. Equality is a key feature of democracy and influence all aspects that we are going to see functioning. In this chapter, we are going to study about equality, what it is, why it is important in democracy, and whether everyone is getting equal right or not in India. So, we will start with the first picture. You can see the picture in your textbook. First picture. You can see the first picture. Manjit Kaur, teacher; Teja Singh, trader; Girish Rao, student; Kanta Devi, domestic worker; Sujita Kumar, domestic worker; Abdul Rahman, artisan; Shubham Rao, housewife; and Gracie, consultant. And there are many more in the row, right? Ashok Jain is in this. This all are standing for casting vote. Though they are rich or poor, whatever they are standing for the casting vote. You can see all the teacher, all these are the members in the society. But why they are standing? They are standing for the casting vote. Anyhow, they have to do the casting the vote, though he is rich or poor. So on the election day, Kanta and his friend Sujata was waiting for the votes, right, to cast the vote. So let's begin with the story. It was election day. Kanta and her friend Sujata, they are waiting for the casting vote, and they are standing in the one queue, right? So she is telling, isn't good, Sujata, that we can all vote in equal citizens of our country? Even Jain Sahib is standing in the line with us. So who was Jain Sahib? The Kanta was working in his place at her home with Jain Sahib. So Jain Sahib is a boss of Kanta actually. So both were came for the casting vote. Both were standing in the queue. Both were standing in the queue and they were casting the vote, and she was just thinking, I will vote for the candidate who is promising to bring the pipe water in our area. So she was thinking that which people can bring water supply in my area, I will be giving vote to him only. Actually, we used to vote who those person fulfill our demand, right? So we can see the Kanta is also doing same thing. So later on, then they see the Sahib and she did namaste. And she was telling to her friend Sujata that her daughter is not feeling well. From long time she is facing the problem, running the fever problem, and she want to go to doctor to show her for that. So she don't have money also, and she will ask to her madam to give the advance. So when after went home, she was telling to her daughter, you will be get ready, and in evening I will be coming and will go to doctor. It was no wonder that her gudiya was always, as they are living in very poor area, that is slum area, not clean at all. So she always face a difficulty of problems. So after going home, she said to her daughter, we will go to the hospital, and they planned for hospital. But she was worried about her. She have to go for the work, and she have to ask her ma'am money. So for that reason, she went and she started working there. And afterwards, she asked the advance even. Then she asked advance to her that is boss and that madam, and she said, first you complete your work. And here she gave that, here I am giving you advance, but don't make a habit of it. So she said, no ma'am. And when she went to the doctor, that means hospital, after a few minutes, she went for the private hospital, no, because she was not rich. She went for the hospital, government hospital, where she finds she have to stand in the queue. And that time she started thinking that Jain madam and Jain sahib may be standing in the line of vote, but they never have to do all these things with the children. They don't went for the government hospital, they went for the private hospital, though they are standing for the vote. But what about this? I have to stand in the queue for a long time, and even I have to complete my work, and then I have to come here and standing in the line. So she was thinking whether I am getting equality or not, whether the right is fulfilled or not. We can come to know with this. Then she started thinking whether she got a right or not. So by this we can come to know about the right where she experienced, whether she getting equality or not. But last year we studied about universal adult franchise, right? Universal adult franchise means a person have a right to vote at the age of 18, had we studied it in democracy. And why it is? Because of equality. It is to get equal in our society, so it is the right is given to. The idea of universal adult franchise is based on the idea of equality, because it states that every adult in our country, or is irrespective of wealth and community whichever he or she belongs, so he has a right of vote. So Kanta was very excited at the time of voting, and she was very happy that she is getting the equal right for how everyone is getting. But actually it is there or not, she get or equal right or not? Are you sure about this thing? Then we take a look on the Kanta's life. She lives in slum area, has even having drain and problem nearby the house. Her daughter was sick. She can't take a leave also from the work, because she needs some money, or otherwise she have to borrow from her employer to take her doctor to for a child. And she was domestic helper, and she have to do lot of things day and night, and then only have to stand on the line queue. So, do you think the Kanta is getting all equal right or not? So she have to stand in the line. She have to go for government hospital. That means she have to do lot of efforts for her life. So, do you think the Kanta has enough reason whether she is have really equal?